Right then. All right, let's move straight to our next conversation. Now, during politically sensitive periods, rumors often fill the air, but not all of them hold water. Governors Biodun Oyebanji of Ekiti State and Babagana Zulum of Borno State have denied reports linking them to a planned defection from the All Progressives Congress APC to the African Democratic Congress ADC. Governor Oyebanji described the claims as misleading, insisting that his administration remains committed to the APC. In a similar tone, Governor Zulum dismissed the defection reports as politically motivated, saying his loyalty to the ruling APC is not in doubt. I mean, CKN, talk to me. First of all, what triggered the rumor? I mean, were there signs to show that, okay, maybe these governors were doing something that shows that they're about to defect or something? Where did this come from?
It's time for political demarketing.
Demarketing?
That's going on. That's what is going on. It's called political demarketing. And everybody will throw everything into the works and try to demarcate each other. And you want to ask yourself, why will a governor, Oyebanji of all people, want to defect to, I don't know which party, they didn't mention which party, ADC or Labour Party, or is it the coalition or what? And also Governor Zulum, who everybody knows is one of the best performing governors in the past 5-6 years. And so he's one of the first 11. If we want to talk about governors in Nigeria, and he's a very good ambassador for the APC. As I said, so why would he want to? And he's been doing very, very well. So, as I said, it's time for political demarketing towards 2027. For one, Governor Zulum is not recontesting in 2027. He must have done his 8 years.
Absolutely.
Yes. Oyebanji, okay, you can say that he still have some years, but why would they? Okay, why would they even want to move? When even people from the political party want to move to the ones are even moving to the other way. So I don't think so. It's just time for people to just try to cover and try to demarcate and try to make them paint them black in whatever form. I think that they shouldn't bother about that. They should focus on delivering the dividends of democracy to the people in their states, because they will be judged based on their performance.
Absolutely.
And that is what is going to happen. It's not whether you are defecting or not defecting. That is why we've said, even those that are defecting are giving all sorts of flimsy excuses. We want to align with the center, we want to align with the middle, we want to align with the top, and it doesn't make any sense to me. You can still deliver wherever you find yourself. Let me give you a classical example. Somebody like, although he has also said he's not doing, look at what is happening in Abia State. Governor Alex Uti is the only governorship candidate of Labour Party. Abia State is the state next to mine. My village, Obowu, is just about 10 minutes drive to Umuahia. Owerri, that is state capital, is about 2 hours from my village. But that means that I go more to Umuahia. And I have seen the level of transformation in that state. You look at Enugu State. Look at what the young man.
I mean,
that guy.
Enugu State governor, give it to him.
Is just,
give it to him.
That is why we say that governance doesn't know party. I've talked about Zulum, APC. I've talked about Uti, Labour. I've talked about Pitamba, Enugu State. These are young, dynamic leaders that are delivering the dividend of labor, irrespective of wherever they find themselves. Anywhere you find yourself, political parties, deliver. That is what will be used. True. Not jumping like a harlot or prostitute from one place to another. No, that was not going to count. Because at the end of it all, at the end of your tenure, when Nigerians are marking the script, they will say this and this and this what you did. They are not going to be mentioning your political party. So I just be, as I said, this is a period for political marketing, and you will see more. You get to hear more.
Fingers crossed. But Kaide, let's look at the timing of this. I mean, why did this defection thing gain traction? Is it a sign that there's maybe some sort of crack in the APC or the growing influence of the coalition?
I think the news for me there is the denial. You know, when you see governors respond or you see politicians respond, trust me, it is in their own best interest
to quickly debunk
it. Because now it's a game. Someone, if they keep quiet, someone would do the permutations in the name of an analyst in one blog, in one newspaper, and trust me, there are also paid writers.
Yeah, sure.
CKN will tell you more about them. So at this stage, it is important for whoever is being fingered to cry out and say, no, no. You know why? If you have a history of ever speaking against probably the government of the day and so like that, it is important you let them know that it is based on issues and there is no plan to undermine that government. That's the case of Zulum.
Okay.
And when you're dealing with Governor Oyebanji, there are whispers out there that his godfather is probably not fully with APC, talking about Fire Me. So there is tendency for Oyebanji to come out and say, I am on my own. I am with APC. This party has done this for me. This party has not done this for me. So it is important that they come out. So for me, I think it's not out of place for them to cry out. But like you said, we are going to see more of this. Somebody must have planted this report. Somebody is playing games. Somebody wants to send some, jittery button into the ruling party, because there is this saying that this opposition or this coalition is as weak as nothing if you don't have a ruling governor, if you don't have a sitting senator, because I think the only person I've seen so far is Tamboa or somebody. So the party wants to create some buzz.
I think they have someone in the House of Reps as well. Yeah. But BK, talk to us. What triggered this rumor? Were there signs to show that maybe these governors were nursing this idea? I mean, talk to us. Where did this rumor come from for them to start denying this?
Wake up from deep slumber and then invent a story like this. It's not unusual. Did an apparently crazed individual not sit down to write that Fashola wrote the judgment of the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal, only to run away from our country? And when he thought that Nigeria had forgotten, that Fashola and others had forgotten, he crawled back into our country and was picked up. So people in this age write all kinds of stories. The sensible media houses would just be patient. They will not be in a rush to run those stories. There is no reason in the world for anybody to imagine that an Omoluabi, like the governor of Ekiti State, will want to join the ADC. To what end? This is a governor that, look, I can say that he has literally turned Ekiti to a one-party state. He has united with those who should naturally get up and contest the election with him. There is on good terms with them. The big politicians in the state, across different parties, they are happy with him. So why would he want to join another party, a party with a future that is not cast in stone? I mean, it makes sense to stay where you are, especially when you are getting all the adulation, you are getting all the support. Even Fauci, that is in a different party, has openly endorsed this governor. So what is he looking for? So this is plain falsehood. Plain falsehood, and that's the way that the governor of Borno State has described it. They may want to harp on the fact that, there seems to be some misunderstanding between the governor, between some key political figures in the state and the president. It's been speculated that the president will drop Kashim Shettima. The president has not told anybody that he will drop his deputy. If it was Ali Ndume that they speculated that, he has joined or plans to join, I will have no hesitation to believe it, because he's been talking like somebody out of the APC from the beginning. And he's the only one who can explain why he has chosen to always go against his own party in a manner that embarrasses the party, embarrasses even the vice president, because there are people out there who imagine that, shouldn't the vice president be able to stop him? So if people are building stories around that attitudinal disposition of Senator Ndume, they should not extend it to Governor Zulum because they are different people. Yes, Governor Zulum too has been complaining, especially about insecurity and all that. And I know that people have told him that he should tone down some of those rhetorics because they are not helpful. They are not helpful because they send a clear signal that, oh, things are not well. But if people move on from that to then imagine and then do stories that suggest that, oh, people like Zulum want to defect, it is because they see him complain about certain things that he believes must be fixed about security especially. But I have no doubt that Governor Zulum is committed to his party. He just wants the best in the area of insecurity. That's why he's coming out to complain. Yes, people have complained that that is not a good, it's not strategic. But that does not mean that he wants to leave the party.
Okay.
And I like the fact that he too is the issued a statement to say that is not going to happen. Talking about Kayode Fayemi, because he was also listed, Kayode Fayemi was at the meeting in Ekiti where the APC stakeholders endorsed Governor Oyebanji and the president for a second term. So what was he doing at the meeting if he had plans to join the ADC? So some of these things, we should simply dismiss them as politically motivated and meant to give the impression that, oh, there is going to be an implosion within the ruling party that will benefit the ADC. We just have to be patient. Let's see where all of this coalition and all that ends. But Nigerians must be careful not to believe everything that they read. We live in a season of fake news. And I believe that there will still be more fake news
as we go into 2027.
Come out in the coming days.
Exactly. Yes. All right, then. We need to go on this quick break. Don't go anywhere. Still journalists hang out.